Welcome to Jake, Joe, and Jew Explore Something New, and today we are going to participate in a conservation experiment. We will see how Jonah does on conservation. He is 8 years old, and let's take a look. Okay, Jonah, look at these two bottles and tell me if they have the same amount of liquid in them.
Yes, are they the same?
Okay, now what I want you to do is very carefully take one of the bottles and pour it into the glass right there, right next to it, very carefully. Okay, great. Now look at the bottle and this right over here and tell me which has more liquid in it.
They both have the same?
They both have the same amount of liquid. How do you know?
This one is wider.
Ah, that one's wider. And what about the other one?
This one is skinnier.
Skinnier?
Smaller.
So just the shape is different, but they have the same amount of liquid in them. Excellent. Very well done. 8-year-old Jonah knows conservation. Let's try something else. Okay. So Jonah, you have a bunch of quarters there. Can you tell me how many quarters are in each line?
5.
5 in each line. Okay, I'm gonna do something slightly different now. Which one has more quarters? Which line has more quarters?
They both have the same amount?
They both have the same amount. Does it look any different than it did before?
Yes.
In what way?
These are spread out more.
But it's still the same number of coins.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, Joe, last conservation experiment. I have some graham crackers and you do. Do we have an even number of graham crackers?
No.
Who has more?
You do.
I have more graham crackers. Now, what if I did this to even the score? Now, do we have an even number of graham crackers?
No.
Why not?
You just broke it in half. It does not change anything.
Okay, so who still has more graham crackers?
You do.
Okay, we'll even it out, I promise. Okay, next up, Jacob Ranwine. Okay, Jacob, how old are you?
I'm 5 years old.
You're 5 years old. Okay, we're going to do something called the conservation experiment. All right, so you see you have some blue water there, and then you have 2 tall kind of containers there and a third container, okay? So we are going to get started. I'm gonna fill those up and then I'll ask you some questions. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Jacob, can you look at those 2 bottles there and tell me if you think they have the same amount of liquid or not?
Yes, amount.
Same amount. So now what I want you to do is take one of those bottles and pour it into that bowl over there very carefully, very, very carefully. Keep going. You can go even a little faster, I think. All the way to the top. Good job. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put these 2 things next to each other here. Which one looks like it has more water in it? This one. Okay. Good job, Jakes. Okay, Jakes. Can you count how many coins are in each row?
8.
8? Wait, count each one separately.
I have to count them?
How many coins are in each row? Count one row first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so do they have the same amount of coins?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to do something interesting. Okay, which row has more coins in it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So which one has more coins in it?
This one.
Okay. Okay. In our last experiment, I am handing out graham crackers. All right, does it look like we have the right amount of graham crackers? Do we have the same amount of graham crackers? Is this fair?
We don't.
We don't. Why?
We start like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Okay, because I have 2 and you have 1. What if I were to do this, Jakes?
They still don't have the amount.
You don't have the same amount? Why not?
Because this one is literally like has a lot of this. And this one is 2 still.
So who has a better deal? Who?
You.
I do. I still get a better deal?
Yeah.
All right. Great job, Jakes. Okay, Jordani, I have a little question for you. Do we have the same amount of graham crackers?
Uh-huh.
I have how many?
2.
And you have how many?
1.
1. So do we have the same amount? No, it's not so fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if I were to go like this? Here, can I have your graham cracker? Now, do we have the same amount of graham crackers?
Yeah.
Yeah? How many do you have?
2.
And how many do I have?
3.
Oh, look how many I have.
2.
And you have 2. So do we have the same amount?
Yeah.
So is it fair?